A single sentence, a comma in their statement, can wipe out trillions of dollars from global markets. Not the president, not a Wall Street billionaire, but the Fed, the Federal Reserve. They're not elected. They're not part of the government. Yet they hold the fate of the global economy in their hands. So, who are they? Why are they so powerful? The Fed, short for Federal Reserve, is the central bank of the United States, created in 1913 after a series of banking crises shook public trust in the financial system. Since then, they've become the gatekeepers of money in the world's largest economy. They hold three core powers. 1. Set interest rates, controlling how fast people borrow, invest, and spend. 2. Control money supply, pumping or pulling money out of the economy. 3. Supervise banks, to ensure the financial system doesn't collapse. Every time the Fed meets, the world holds its breath. One small move can crash stock markets, skyrocket the dollar, and trigger recessions abroad. Most people assume the Fed is a government agency. The truth is, it's not. The Fed is an independent entity. Its chair is appointed by the US president, yes. But once in power, they answer to no one. The Fed has two parts: the Board of Governors in Washington, D.C., 7 members, 12 regional Federal Reserve banks across the country. Of those, the New York Fed is the most powerful, handling market operations. So who really controls the Fed? Some whisper, the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, a hidden elite? Conspiracy or truth? Let's dive into the history to find out just how powerful they really are. 1929, the Great Depression. The Fed was blamed for doing too little, too late, triggering mass layoffs and bank failures. 2008, the global financial crisis. This time, the Fed stepped in, printed money, injected liquidity, saved the banks. The Fed's balance sheet soared from $900 billion to nearly $9 trillion in just over a decade. 2020, the COVID-19 pandemic. Again, the Fed pulled the trigger. Massive stimulus. Stock markets soared. But then came inflation, the silent killer. So is the Fed the hero rescuing the system, or a villain inflating dangerous financial bubbles? When the Fed raises rates, money rushes to the US. The dollar strengthens. Emerging markets suffer. It's like a financial tsunami. Every time the Fed moves, countries scramble to protect their economies. In 2022, the Fed's aggressive rate hikes caused debt crises in several developing nations. Their currencies weakened, growth stalled, poverty increased. But why does the world follow the Fed? Because the US dollar is the world's reserve currency. Over 60% of global reserves are held in USD. Then the Fed holds the keys to that kingdom. One wrong decision by the Fed can cost the world dearly. Raise rates too fast, recession. Print too much, inflation and bubbles. Wait too long, market panic. Who watches the Fed? Who holds them accountable if they crash the global economy again? The Fed, unelected, untouchable. Yet they decide the price of gas, food, housing, even your job. Are they the guardians of the financial system, or the shadow rulers of the modern economy? What do you think? Comment below. Like, share, and subscribe for more truth behind money, power, and the forces shaping our future.